Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are doing the weekly reading for the sign of Capricorn. Alright, this is going to be for October 6th today, all the way up until next Saturday, the 12th, and we're going to get right into pulling out your angel, romance angel messages. Codependency. Love yourself first. And very soon. Wow. All right, Capricorn. All right, let's go ahead and pull out your romance, your spirit animals. Codependency, love yourself, and very soon. All right, so this week, a running theme has been working on self-mastery, the signs, the collective, and dealing with power struggles, right? Internal, external, with other people, etc. So let's see what your spirit animal is for the week. Last week, elephant was everywhere, right? The destroyer of obstacles. This week, it wasn't so much a prevalent spirit animal as it was the number 5, the power struggle number. So let's just see what's up with you this week. Bear energy, waking up from a slumber, right? A spiritual slumber, as it were. Earth energy, of course. Hummingbird. Both of these cards, I believe, came out for Sagittarius. And we have the bat. Also, air energy. So, earth and 2 air animal spirits, very nice. Let's get into those before we go ahead and go into your actual spread. All right, the bear. The bear talks about waking up from a slumber. What do bears do? They hibernate. They hibernate all winter, and then when the spring comes, they amble out of their dens. This is symbolic of a spiritual awakening, okay? The idea of really tapping in to your own spirituality, waking up to your own sort of moral code or spiritual center, maybe deciding to work on that side of your life more, right? Open up yourself to that side of life more. This can often come in on the heels of an epiphany or an experience that was very profound, right? And generally what happened for those of us who have not really been walking necessarily such a spiritually inclined path, this is not to say that you were not walking a good path, just that, you know, that side of yourself has lain dormant for quite some time. Well, it's now awakening. Now we have hummingbird energy, which is air energy, and the hummingbird is extremely enthusiastic. Energy, personality. This person is spiritually resourceful. What does the hummingbird do? They go out every day and collect the nectar. The nectar is then taken for their own replenishment and nourishment, right? And so in this way, the hummingbird is like I said, is spiritually resourceful. The hummingbird knows exactly where to go to tap into what it needs to tap into to remain healthy, happy, and positive about life. Resonating with hummingbird energy is really lovely, and everyone likes to be around this personality because of their enthusiasm for life and because of their support that they can give you as well at times when you're feeling a little bit like you don't have the right tools to deal with something. All right. Very, very good energy. I'm going to say that this is also the encouraging friend, right? The friend who's always trying to lift up your spirits, be motivational, right? All of these things are associated with the hummingbird. Now the bat. The bat is beautiful energy, also air energy. Talks about the darkness before the dawn, right? So the bat is all about letting go things that are to do with the past, letting go of things that have held you back. The bat hunts at night. It comes out at night. It actually can't see very well. It's echolocation that's used. So a reverb of sounds that it makes is how it decides or sees its environment, right? So The bat is one of these animals that is constantly sort of in a dynamic with its environment around itself, right? It has to produce the sound. The environment echoes it back to it, and it knows where to go. This is very symbolic of the bat energy, right? Sending energy out there, and when it bounces off of something negative that is in its environment, it lets it go. It gets rid of it. It purges it because of the new dawn that's coming. So it's really kind of it's quite interesting when we talk about codependency. Bad energy is very, very useful in that way, or someone who's resonating with bad energy is very useful in that way, because they're going to help you to let go of the little things inside of you that have upset you, that have hurt you, the spiritual and mental anguishes that we hold on to that prevent a dawning of a new time for us, right? And so letting that go opens up the floodgates for a new stage in our life, a stage of light rather than darkness. All right, so let's get right into it, Capricorn. We're going to pull out about 5 to 8, 3-card forecast for you this week. See what you're resonating with. And of course, this reading can't be for all Capricorns, so just take what applies to you and enjoy throwing the rest away, disregarding it. All right, Capricorn, let's get into your first spread. Temperance, right out the gate, Sagittarian energy. 10 of Wands and 4 of Swords. So some of you, this week, you're tempering yourself. You're not being reactionary, right? There may be things happening this week that you normally would have been reactionary to, but this week, you're absolutely embodying that Sagittarian energy, that energy of temperance. Temperance is about having ultimate control of yourself. It is the second 14. Remember, the first 4 is Aries, Emperor, right? The Emperor, who is the leader on earth amongst men, right? The beacon, the leader, the father, the divine masculine. With the second 4, here we have 14. We're talking about the being in control of yourself rather than others, leading yourself, tempering yourself, not being reactionary. That's what temperance is all about. When somebody says something to you or an event happens, the way that you respond is not a reaction, but it is a measured response. And this is what temperance is all about, having ultimate control of yourself. And so you're resonating with this energy this week, Capricorn, because you're also coming up to a period of 10 of Wands where there's a really difficult period that you're finally saying goodbye to. You're finally laying down those wands. This was a period of heavy responsibility and burdens, perhaps, right? It was very difficult, but now is the time for this difficult period to be past you, for you to lay down any of the hang-ups that you had associated with it or baggage that you may have associated with it, all right? And to let go. This is very synonymous with bat energy. Letting go, and strategizing the next step. So some of you are certainly dealing with a new stage in your life, Capricorn, but this week is the week where you really kind of, you fall back to your corner and you say, hang on, before I make any moves, let me really think about my strategy. And this is also very complementary with that temperance attitude that you're having. This could certainly have to do with career, or something that is very close to your heart, an ambition, an ambitious goal, or an endeavor that you are a part of. King of Pentacles, Judgment, and Strength. There we go. We have, beautiful. King of Pentacles indicates that perhaps someone may indeed be coming in for you to help you out this week. It could be someone who's very close to you, a friend, right? But this person is someone who's already a master at their field. They're very supportive. King of Pentacles, that can be a benefactor, a mentor, as it were, right? But this person is really coming in to help you with a particular situation. It could be that you've had a lot of judgment on yourself about not living up to standard or not coming up to the bar that you'd like to come up to. And this person comes in this week to really revitalize you and to fill and to sort of top up your self-esteem and self-confidence. They're coming in with advice, but they're coming in with the kind of advice that comes from someone who knows what they're talking about, and you respect them very much. A lot of this, it will help you to increase your strength right now, because for some of you Capricorns right now in the field of your career or in the field of business, it's trying, it's difficult. You're finding yourself really at odds perhaps with what you're wanting to achieve or with the people that you're dealing with. And so this King of Pentacles who comes in and helps you kind of let go of your own sort of self-limiting ideas, this friend or family member, is really going to help you to tap into the strength that you naturally have, Capricorn. And I would say that for some of you, you're resonating with this week. Next week, you'll get right back into gear on the path of your goal. Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups, and Page of Cups. All right, so some of you are absolutely about a love connection, right? Interesting. So Knight of Cups, I'm going to say for some of you, an old lover is coming back. An old lover is coming back to give you a cup of love, and it's like a whole new thing, right, Capricorn? Although that this connection may not have worked in the past, they're coming back in, and it's very much a new kind of love. It's an Ace of Cups, but a Page of Cups. Could certainly indeed be that they've learned their lesson in a way, right? You guys may have fallen apart or fallen out with each other, and they went their separate ways and you went your way. But now that they're coming back, it's almost as if a renewed sense of love is coming in. A renewed sense of affection is coming in. Not only with the Ace of Cups, but with the Page of Cups. It's like they've changed their attitude a little bit towards you. They're coming in as the Knight of Cups, but they're being a little bit more gentle, I'm going to say, and perhaps considerate of you than they were before. This is a really great love connection for some of you Capricorns. Seven of Wands, Fool, and Two of Cups. Again, here we go with the love connection. Some of you start the week off with some obstacles, some people who are like kind of like, I want to say just a threat to your stance, right? A threat to your position in a way. It could be, and even if it's not a threat, it's just people coming at your neck. It could be just obstacles that you're kind of going through right now this week. Could be obstacles in a love connection, or I'm going to say in a personal career endeavor, but you're being very, very creative to come up with the right solutions to deal with this. You're about to start, you're in really, if you haven't already started, I think you are about to start a new stage in your life that is accompanied with a love connection, okay? For some of you Capricorns, I'm going to say you've probably been working for a very, very long time and really didn't have the time or the room or the space in your life for this love connection. But this new path that you're taking, I'm going to say that now you're really fighting for it. For those Capricorns who kind of maybe waylaid your love life to achieve your career goals, now you're not willing to do that anymore. Now you're saying to yourself, look, I'm willing to stand and fight for my love connection. It's a whole new path for you, and it does require a certain leap of faith. But again, with the Fool, not only does the Fool engage on a new path with a leap of faith, but the Fool also, whenever the Fool comes into a reading, it represents you, the Quarn, but he also represents the fact that the Quarn is making a quantum leap in your understanding and wisdom and experience, right? And so this quantum leap is what propels you into this new stage of life. Yes, it does require a leap of faith as well. However, you know, it isn't until we've learned something from one stage in life that we're ready to move on to the other stage. And the Fool is indicative of that. I think for some of you Capricorns, this next stage is indeed going to be about love. Whereas up until now, most of your experience perhaps has been all about your career and your finances. More love. Sun, Six of Cups, and Three of Cups. Clarity comes in for some of you. A good connection comes in. Clarity on a relationship that is already there. I'm going to say for some of you, this is a friendship, a long enduring friendship. And this week, the sun rises. And for some of you, you're going to find out that this person you've been friends with for a very long time, you are very much in love with them. Okay, this is a soulmate connection. I'm going to say that some of you also, this connection you celebrate. Three of Cups is a celebration amongst your friends and your family, people of like mind, your nation or your tribe, as it were. And for some of you, this really strong friend connection, long-term friend connection is resonating to a higher level of commitment, and everyone around you is celebrating it. It's one of those cases of like, oh yeah, we knew they were going to get together. They just needed to figure it out. Very nice indeed. 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and Justice. Some of you are certainly having to wait and be patient before you move forward with a particular plan. This, of course, is causing you an insane amount of aggravation because you are not a patient person anyway, Capricorn, right? You're one of these go-getters. You really like to be right out there working towards manifesting your goals, getting your objective done. But 3 of Wands talks about waiting for a moment, taking a look at the lay of the land and being patient. Things are happening out of your control, and right now it's not the time to make any kind of moves. You realize this, and I want to say for some of you, you're looking back, this has been a very contemplative week, and you begin to look back on some of the issues you've gone through in the past and how some of those issues may be blocking you or maybe an obstacle to you manifesting your goals now. It's almost as if you have been forced to be patient or stop a particular situation long enough for you to have this reevaluation, long enough for you to have this moment of contemplation, and so therefore to let go, to begin to move towards the 10 of Wands, which we saw earlier. Justice is coming in, and so for some of you, justice is of course about rebalancing, but it's oftentimes also about an official decision, a rendering, a judgment of some kind in a business endeavor or official endeavor that comes through or that you may be waiting for. And so for some of you, you're being forced to wait because you're waiting for the outcome of this decision. But in the meantime, you're really looking back on your recent past or the past that's associated with this particular path and realizing that there are some things that you've held on to that it's time to let go of. King of Wands, Knight of Swords, and 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so King of Wands, interesting. Interesting. It's almost as if, Capricorn, that you are working with some people right now on a particular project. This King of Wands, I'm going to say, it may be you that's resonating with that, but I would say it almost seems to me that this is a partner, a business partner, or a partner in your career, whatever that endeavor is for you, whatever your sort of work path is in life. There is someone here in that path who's the eccentric. They've been around the block a few times. They're quite eccentric. They're quite ambitious and fiery. Now, you're working with this individual, or you know this individual, and so a Knight of Swords energy comes in, this ambition to drive forward, to exchange ideas, right? And to defend your project, as it were, right? And so this King of Wands could be somebody that you're working with. It could be someone that you feel is threatening, right, the outcome of your project or your endeavor. And so this week you're really dealing with that. You're wanting to move forward with the 2 of Wands, certainly. 2 of Wands talks about taking the next step in your plans to manifest your goals, being very intentional. This is Mars and Aries energy. But this King of Wands is stymieing things. This could either be somebody you're working with who's too eccentric, they're too individualistic, you're feeling like you're having to do all of the work, or it could be somebody who's just really standing in your way, right? But you come in with your sword of truth this week, and so it could be that your logic and your reasoning is what really deals with this situation this week. It really depends if you're working with them or if they're working against you. In either case, it'll be your quick thinking, your logic, your bravery, your courage to stand up to people and stand up to sort of forces outside of you. You may even be dealing with a big company or something like that. You know what I mean? Someone who's certainly established and in your field, but you're really having to sort of like, if they're not with you, they're against you. And if they're against you, you're really having to sort of like stand up for yourself and fight for your decision to move forward with your plans. It could be that this person you're working with doesn't want you to move forward to the next step. They may have ulterior plans. And again, Knight of Swords comes in to stand up for you. All right, Capricorn, this is your reading for October 6th to the 12th. If it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. All of that helps me grow my channel. If you need a private reading to look into deeper issues, please feel free and go to that link at the top of your screen. It's very easy to book a 30 or 60-minute reading with me. I also do 15-minute response readings as well, but all of that is in the description. But for right now, Capricorn, I'm going to say have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for the weeklies. Bye-bye.